Hey-oh. Hey, boys, we back. And I am really tired. Getting ready for stage 3 of the Daytona 500. I decided instead of coming back once the rain delay was up, I'd just wait until stage 3. Denny Hamlin took home stage 2. Going for the sweep here in stage 3. Gillette, the best a man can get. Kyle Larson with a safety violation on his pit stop. So he will go to the rear. Obviously, still bitter about Christopher Bell earlier today, but it sounds like he's been having some issues as the race has gone on. So, end of stage 2, put him back on the lead lap in 18th. Kyle Larson penalty will put him 17th. So. Hey, Rebecca, welcome back. So we got Austin Dillon leading after pit stops. Denny Hamlin second, Michael McDowell third, Kevin Harvick fourth, and Bubba Wallace rounds out the top 5. Still some underdogs in the picture. Still got some dark horses hanging around in the top 20 here. Michael McDowell third, Bubba Wallace fifth, Austin Cindric 10th, Corey LaJoie 11th, Cole Custer 12th, Ross Chastain 13th, Ryan Preece 13th, Ricky Stenhouse 14th, Jamie Mack is 17th. And then Joey Gase and BJ McLeod are 19th and 20th, but they are a lap down. Do. Let's see. Who do we want to win this one now? Probably one of the Penske guys or one of the Chevys. Probably. Get the frickin' Toyotas out of here. Sick of Denny winning Daytona 500s. Or let's get Ryan Preece in victory lane. Or Jamie Mack. Let's get Jamie Mack back in victory lane. Four Toyotas on the lead lap, a whole bunch of Chevys, a whole bunch of Fords. Hey, 249 winners splitting 10 grand for the Fox Bet Super 6. There you go. Pace car takes that hard left turn with 65 to go coming to the stripe. And stage 3 is underway here. Austin Dillon leading, chose the outside lane, being pushed by Harvick. And a big jump from Dillon in the 3. Gets out in front. Slides down in front of Denny on the bottom. Good push coming from McDowell and Bubba Wallace, that bottom lane. Denny Hamlin now jumps to the outside. He's to Austin Dillon's door, and he's going to take the lead exiting turn 2, going down the backstretch. Denny Hamlin, a great move. We've got some shuffling going on there on the bottom line with McDowell and Dillon. Denny Hamlin leads at Harvick second. Dillon and Logano tied side by side for third. Denny Hamlin leads the first lap of stage 3, and he is well out in front here. Gets to pick his lane. He slides down to the bottom here for turn 1. Now jumps up high to block Kevin Harvick. Austin Dillon gets side by side with Hamlin, exit of 2, working his way down the backstretch. Harvick and Hamlin. Hamlin sideways, but saves it going into 3. Kevin Harvick gave him a shot. Oh man, that's a hell of a save from Denny Hamlin, who maintains the lead. Harvick second, Logano third, Kyle Busch fourth on the top side. He's side by side with Dillon on the bottom. Now he and Austin Cindric have moved by Austin Dillon. That bottom lane losing momentum. He'll slide up to the top in front of Chase Elliott in the 9. About 7th or 8th back on the top. And now they're single file, the top 8 or 9 coming to the front stretch. 61 to go here in the Daytona 500. Pretty well single file here. Still a couple of cars left on the bottom, led by Michael McDowell and Bubba Wallace. They have fallen significantly. Now nobody left in the bottom there. They've all cycled to the top. And we're going a rim riding here with 60 to go in the Daytona 500. Single file all along the top. Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick leading the way. Kyle Busch in third. Austin Cindric is up there. Joey Logano Joey Logano third, Kyle Busch fourth. Cole Custer has moved his way up to sixth. Now we probably rim ride for about 55 laps, and then with 5 to go, we get another big one. And then we green, white checker. See, we're kind of in that no man's land right now where everyone's just kind of comfy where they're at with 59 to go. Nobody really needs to be aggressive with 59 to go. Still nose to tail for about the first, 15 cars or so. There's a little bit of a gap from, I believe that's Keselowski back to McDowell. But not too much. Still just single file nose to tail, 1 to 20. William Byron, the final car on the lead lap, or not the final car on the lead lap, the final car in the race that's not out. Let the sun take you away. Hey, Ravens 8, how's it going? Welcome to the end of the Daytona 500. We got 18 cars on the lead lap, 27 cars still in the race. Hey. Come back here with 55 to go. Denny Hamlin leads them out of turn 4. I don't expect a whole lot to happen here until green flag pit stops and or 5 to go, whichever comes first. Larry Mack rolling with Austin Cindric to win this bad boy. Currently 5th. Did win the Xfinity race yesterday. Checking in with the Credit One Bank ones to watch. Vince Welch going with Joey Logano. Mike Joy picking my boy Austin Dillon. Currently in 7th. Would love to see Austin Dillon in victory lane. Or really anyone that's not a Toyota. None of them picked Denny Hamlin as the one to watch. I don't know anything about this thing, just came because it's your stream. Well, Ravens 8. Today it marks the beginning of the NASCAR season with the Daytona 500 in Daytona Beach, Florida. 500-mile race split into 3 stages. 2.5-mile track. 40 cars, currently 27 still in the race, 18 on the lead lap. We're kind of at the stage where it's going to be a little boring here for a little bit because they're all just right now running single file. 50 to go here. Nobody really cares until about 10 to go or so. Because at Daytona, you can go first to last in a lap, and you can go last to first in a lap. A little bit of a separation right now on the top between Ryan Preece and Jamie McMurray. Between 9th and 10th, but not all that much. Jamie Mack hanging in there in the 77 car. Just like Vegas San Jose last year. Exactly. Just like that. Of course, my guy, Ryan Newman, was taken out lap 15 in a 16-car wreck caused by Christopher Bell, who is currently 17th. So I don't really have a dog in this fight anymore. So Sharks get a 5-minute power play and score 4 times. Exactly like that. Exactly like that. Who's leading? Denny Hamlin's out front right now, 49 to go. Kevin Harvick second, Logano third, Kyle Busch fourth, Cindric is fifth, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Ryan Preece, and Jamie McMurray round out the top 10. Ross Chastain 11th, Kyle Larson back in NASCAR is 12th. Corey LaJoie hanging tough in 13th, Brad Keselowski 14th, Michael McDowell 15th, Bubba Wallace 16th, Christopher Bell 17th, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 18th, the last car on the lead lap. 27 cars still out there running. 13 cars out of the race. 40 cars total. Like Kyle Larson, because I've seen him in a bunch of local sprint car races. Yeah, man, I respect the hell out of Kyle Larson. Obviously, what he did, they got him suspended, was horrific. But man, I respect the hell out of Kyle Larson going to sprint car races every week. It's insane what he does, what he puts himself through. I'd be fine with Hamlin winning if he hadn't won the previous 2 Daytona 500s. The first NFL game you went to? I have not been to an official NFL game. The only NFL game that I've been to was I went to a preseason game between the Packers and the Sea Chickens. But But yeah, I haven't been to a regular season game at all or postseason game. He had that crazy finish though. Yeah, man. As long as we don't have anything like what happened last year, that I'm fine with that. Who won? The Packers did. Obviously, Packers would never lose to the Sea Chickens at home. They'll lose to them every time in Seattle, but they don't lose at home. But yeah, I actually did a video last year after the Daytona 500 after that wreck. It was one of the saddest nights that I actually bothered to do a video on. Like that was, I legitimately thought that I watched Ryan Newman die. And it was very sad. Obviously glad he's back. Returned to NASCAR that year. You think Jimmy Johnson, Earnhardt, or Petty is the go? I mean, I gotta go Richard Petty. I gotta go Richard Petty. I'd probably say Petty, Earnhardt, Johnson in that order. But I think there's a valid argument for all three of them. I think there's a very valid argument for all three of those guys. You know, it was funny. All of my life growing up, I hated Jimmy Johnson because he always won everything. I grew up hating him. Absolutely couldn't stand him. And then last year, after he announced that he was retiring, I was like, damn it, man, get Jimmy one more. Like, get him one more win. Try, get him in the chase one more time. And I actively found myself rooting for Jimmy Johnson, which is something that just never happened ever. That's fair. I completely agree. Petty was just too dominant. Like Brady. Exactly like Brady. Except I don't think I'll be rooting for Tom Brady when he announces he's going to retire. Dallas, Seattle. Yeah, I guess I would probably pull for Seattle in that one too, Ravens. Oh, don't no. Ryan Newman's not out. He definitely didn't get taken out on lap 13 because people don't know how to drive. F the Cowgirls. Damn straight. Denny Hamlin's still leading here. I think they said 44 to go. 43 to go here. Still the same running order here. Not much has changed. Cole Custer hanging out in 6th place here. Started 37th. Hell of a job by him to get through all the trouble today. Find himself in a spot to win it. NASCAR used to be grown strong men. Now I think skinny virgins are starting to take over. And I definitely remember that one, Ravens 8. Yeah. Like, peak NASCAR for me was 2008-ish, mid-late 2000s. Right before and right after the Car of Tomorrow, I thought NASCAR was great. And NASCAR to watch, right when I started I've been watching NASCAR since I was 5, 2003-ish. NASCAR in that point in time when it was still the Winston Cup, right as it was transitioning from the Winston Cup. Man, those were the days. I will say there are a couple things that I like about current NASCAR that I'm probably in the minority in, like stage racing. I love stage racing. I absolutely love stage racing. I don't hate the points as much as other people, but I do think that it needs adjusted. NASCAR for you is like NHL for me, yeah. I definitely like football and basketball more, but I've been following NASCAR for longer. Exactly, when they used to have personality and passion, I understand the new NASCAR has its upsides. Yeah, just like I like watching old I like just watching old clips of NASCAR like drivers when they had like personality and everybody, it was funny. They actually had a conversation with somebody on Twitter the other day how like Kevin Harvick and Ryan Newman are about the only two people left in NASCAR that are going to like talk shit and back it up. Like if they tell you that you're dumb and you try to get up in their face, they're not afraid to do it. Like they're not afraid to slap you upside the head. Back when NASCAR had personality, but now you've got guys. Jeff Gordon's retired, Dale Jr.'s retired, Clint Boyer's retired, Jimmy Johnson's retired. There's not a whole lot of guys that are still like willing to get up in your grill, which is really sad. Now, granted, there's still like the fights, and there's still people that get into arguments and everything. Like Kyle Busch gets into fights with everybody, and freaking there's nobody that likes Kyle Busch. But like, I definitely agree. I feel like I personally whoop most of these guys' asses. Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the Xfinity series that come up, and I just want to slap them in the face. Like, they're just kids that got here because their dad was rich. Like, there's no personality in NASCAR anymore. I still watch it because I love it, and it's just bred in me to love this. But, like, there's just a whole bunch of kids that got here because daddy was rich. Kyle Busch, Eminem eating ass. Man, if there's anybody in the field that like gets along with Kyle Busch, I couldn't tell you who it is. Maybe his teammates. Now, that being said, there are a couple younger guys that I do have like respect for and that I do think are genuinely good NASCAR drivers. There's guys like Chase Elliott. I think he got here because dad was rich, but I do think he is a good driver. I think Ryan Blaney's a really good driver. I think Kyle Larson, like I said, I have a ton of respect for Kyle Larson. But like, there's a bunch of these kids that they're bringing up way too soon. They don't let them develop in the Xfinity series. They don't let them develop in the Truck series. They just throw them to the wolves, and then you have incidents like what Christopher Bell had happen today, where Kyle Busch shoved his ass down the entire back straightaway, but he knew where to hit him. And so, Kyle Busch hitting Christopher Bell was fine, but the second Christopher Bell hit Almirola, neither of them knew what they were doing, and Bell didn't know where to hit him. Bell didn't know what he was doing. He just turned him sideways in front of the field. Ones with sprint car backgrounds are always good, scrappy, pure racers. Yeah, that's what I've always respected about guys like Kyle Larson is they're not afraid to test the limits of what their car can do. They're always willing to stick their nose where it probably doesn't belong. And a lot of times they're good enough to make it work. And hell, I respect that. Experience is key. It made him look silly. Yeah. Like even just now, even just in stage 3, Kevin Harvick gave Denny Hamlin a shot because he was getting shoved by Joey Logano. Sure, Denny got loose. Denny's car got sideways, but all 3 of them saved it. All 3 of them were fine. You throw a guy like Christopher Bell in there that doesn't know what the hell he's doing, you're going to get a big wreck, and that's exactly what happened. Kevin Harvick knows when he lets off the gas. Like, if he lets off the throttle, he knows when to do it. He knows where to hit Denny to give him a good shove. And you throw a Christopher Bell in there that doesn't know what he's doing, and you get big wrecks. So that's really all I got to say about that. And it's not necessary. Like somebody tried to tell me that I was saying that Christopher Bell did it on purpose earlier today, which is absolutely not Absolutely not the case. Absolutely not the case. There is no reason that Christopher Bell did it intentionally. But it was definitely his fault. I was upset when Joey Logano took Tony Stewart's car, like literally his car. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that either, to be honest. I didn't like Joey Logano when he was a kid, and I really don't like him now. Maybe that's because one of my first memories of Joey Logano is him dumping Ryan Newman at Michigan and Ryan Newman getting up in his face about it after the race. But I will say, I think I've grown on Logano a little bit. Like I like him a little bit more now, but like he's definitely my least favorite Penske driver. It's not close. Should be getting. I kept being like, "Why is Tony doing so bad?" Then I realized he started so young. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no kidding. Then Tony moved to Stewart-Haas Racing and brought Ryan Newman with him. It's funny, everywhere that Ryan Newman goes, as soon as he leaves, the other people get better. You mean Jeff Gordon? Jeff Gordon was my favorite for so long, but I think Larson is now. That's fair. Did you watch Vegas, Colorado? Oh, Ford's ducked to the bottom. They might be pitting here. This might be them pitting. And it is them pitting. All the Fords are coming down at pit lane with 31 to go. Did you watch Vegas, Colorado? Like the hockey game? No. Yeah, I kind of figured you meant Jeff Gordon, not Josh Gordon. It ended 1-0 Vegas. Jeez. And now you got to be real smart here and not get a speeding ticket on pit lane. Oh, no. Here come the Chevys. Austin Dillon locking it up. Austin Dillon locked it up there and stacked up the Chevys a little bit on pit lane. And now it is just the Toyotas out there running by themselves. That could end up poorly for them. Chevy's getting back out. Oh, boy. And Fleury made some impossible saves. Hey, that's my boy. Toyotas are all hanging together here. But they're going to be losing ground here with the Chevys and the Fords once they get locked back up. My favorite is Danica. My favorite is Danica Patrick. She was so good. JK, get back in the kitchen. Oh, God. Good old Danica. Good old Danica. Ford's slicing and dicing their way. They are working on the Chevys now. Here come the Toyotas, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Bubba Wallace. This will be interesting to see how the had more commercials than wins. Facts, bro. Because she was in a whole one commercial. like Baker Mayfield. Lamau. Yeah, funny what happens when you go into commercials before you start winning. Maybe use the commercials as the reward and not the motivation. See where the Toyotas end up here. Toyotas do get out in front. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Bubba Wallace, but they're not going to be out there for too much longer, as here come the Fords and the Chevys down the backstretch, and no way the Toyotas can jump out in front of that train. Maybe Denny can get in front of them. Maybe Denny, but I don't think Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace can, and there goes Bubba down on the bottom. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be – they can't throw a block here. Exactly. Have you ever watched Supercross? I've been doing it all my life. I have not really watched a lot of Supercross, no. I will say, somewhat on the topic of Supercross, I think Bristol on the dirt is going to be hilarious. Denny does move up, but way too much steam coming from the Fords and the Chevys. And now Denny stalled up top, but he's going to get a block here on Austin Dillon. He checks up the entire Chevrolet front. The Fords get by and the Chevys don't, because Denny Hamlin jumped to the top and he and Kyle Busch kind of pincered on the Chevys and held them back. So now Hamlin falls in line 7th, and he works his way to the bottom, trying to find his teammates. Nobody goes with him, though, and it looks like Denny's going to lose a couple spots here on the bottom. Baker Mayfield is doo-doo like the Oilers and Senators. The Browns are stacked, but they are the Browns, so they'll still manage to mess it up. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So 24 to go here. We now have Joey Logano up front, followed by his Ford teammates of Kevin Harvick, Cole Custer, Brad Keselowski, and Michael McDowell. Not all on the same team per se, but they are all Fords. And Daytona, Talladega, your make matters a little bit. Pit strategy works all together, followed by the Chevys of Chastain and Dillon. And there's a couple Toyotas there sprinkled in. Kyle Busch 9th, Bubba Wallace 11th. Denny Hamlin falls all the way to 13th after trying to make it work on the bottom. As we got 24 to go here. Bob Pockris reporting that Bubba Wallace has a vibration. Bubba Wallace in the 23 Michael Jordan car. I'd be cool with Joey winning. Rank the NFL teams in every division. Oh, God, that's quite the test. Okay, well, I'll start with the NFC because I definitely know the NFC teams. I'd go Packers, Lions, Vikings, Vikings, Bears for the NFC North. For the NFC South, I would probably go Falcons, Panthers, Bucks, Saints. No, I think I like the Saints more than that. I think I'd go Panthers, Falcons, Saints, Panthers, Bucks. Bucks and Panthers are pretty close at the bottom, though, as Bubba Wallace has pitted to fix that vibration, and he's going to lose the draft there in his Michael Jordan Toyota. Well, this is definitely a lose-lose situation here for Bubba Wallace unless he gets a quick caution. I was doing it based on how much I like them. I was doing it with how much I like them. For the record, the Bucks would have been there prior to Brady being there. Like I said, them and Carolina are pretty close. I don't particularly care for either of those teams. NFC East, I'd go Eagles, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys. That's how much you like them? Okay. And then NFC West, Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Seahawks. Sorry, Cowgirls. They're still last. And then the AFC, God, I don't know. About the only teams in the AFC that I like are like the AFC West teams, except for Oakland. I don't really like Oakland. So they're all just at the bottom. Oh, I like the Bills. The Bills are all right. They're fun to watch too. Christopher Bell's got a fuel issue. Yeah. Nobody likes the Raiders. That's true. That is true. Okay, let's see though. So that was my NFC. AFC, I'll start with the AFC West. I'll go Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders. AFC East, I'll go Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. AFC South, I'll go Colts, Titans, Texans, Jags. And AFC North, I'll go Browns and Ravens are really close. And then a really big gap, and then Bengals, Steelers. I think that's probably what I go. Raiders love to blow. They do love to suck. And also they love to blow. And all the other adjectives. 18 to go here. Still a single file run along the top. 4 Fords, then 3 Chevys, a Toyota, and then Ryan Preece and his Chevy rounding out the top 10. Logano, Harvick, Custer, Keselowski, McDowell, the top 5. Chastain, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott, Kyle Busch, Ryan Preece, the top 10. Kyle Larson, 11th. Denny Hamlin, 12th. Jamie McMurray, 13th. Corey LaJoie, 14th. Austin Cindric, 15th. Christopher Bell, 16th. Bubba Wallace, 17th. Stenhouse, 18th. Briscoe, 19th. And Joey Gase, 20th. I believe there are 15 cars on the lead lap. Which is Austin Cindric. I think Justin Jefferson has the potential to be the best wide receiver next year. I think it's going to be really tough for him. I think fantasy wise, you might be right, but it's going to be really hard for me to put him ahead of the likes of Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, even like a DK Metcalf, Michael Thomas when healthy, Julio Jones when healthy. I certainly don't disagree. I think for sure Justin Jefferson has the potential to be a top wide receiver, like caliber guy. But it's going to be real tough because there's a lot of really good wide receivers out there. Julio Jones is the best right now when healthy. He's the best at everything. I agree with that. I think if you put every receiver right now fully healthy into a vacuum, I would take Julio Jones first. I'll start with the Canadian division: Vancouver, Winnipeg, Montreal, Calgary, Ottawa, Edmonton, Laughs. $15 to go here, getting down. Should be about 10 laps here before we start getting interesting. Depends on how aggressive these drivers want to be. Still just a single file train along the top. Same running order as it was before. I've never seen a hockey game in my whole life. Laughs is a Toronto move. I kind of figured Laughs Leafs. Also, you said Canadian division, so that kind of limited how many teams it could have been. We need a caution here. Get McMurray, LaJoy, and Cindric back in the fight here. Lead pack is 12 cars. There are a couple that are a lap down hanging with them. Verge, you should start watching. It's fun. At least for me. I love watching playoff hockey. I don't watch playoff hockey enough. I'll be perfectly honest. I think the Rams will be a letdown next year. I'm calling it. The Lions robbed the trade. Oh, for sure. Absolutely, they did. I would take Stafford over Goff, but not if it meant losing all that the Rams lost. But hey, yeah, what do I know? Hey, get up there, Jamie Mack. Yeah, first two rounds. Yeah, I could not believe what the Rams gave up to get Stafford. Like, Stafford is definitely better than Goff. Like, there's absolutely no question. But I don't know that he's that much better when you take into consideration age. And of course, the most mediocre for Jared Goof. Yeah, I just don't know when you take into consideration age and, you know, I don't want to say injuries because Jared Goff has been hurt also. But like Matthew Stafford gets hit a bunch. Maybe that's just because Detroit's O-line is terrible. And I mean, the Rams' O-line isn't awful. It's definitely not great. Okay, let's take a look here. Central, we got the Tampa Bay Lightning, Florida, Detroit, Carolina, Nashville, Dallas. Boy, one of my friends would be a little upset with you putting Dallas down there at 7. I don't follow a lot of hockey, but I know one of my good friends is a pretty big Dallas fan. Chevy's made a move to the bottom, but Ross Chastain stuck in the middle. Tried to slide back up in front of Kyle Larson. He can't make it stick. And he might be able to slide up here in front of Kurt Busch, and he does. Ooh. Chicago, I still can't get over the Canucks-Hawks rivalry. Hey, I'll respect Chicago at 8, though. Also, poor Colin Cowherd. I heard he had like an artery issue. Has there been any update on that? Has anybody heard anything on Cowherd? I saw the other day he put something on like Instagram, and he had like a clogged artery or something, and he'd been working on getting back. He wasn't able to host a show because of it, so we'll have to live without his terrible predictions for now. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure once he comes back, he'll have an absolute banger of a show that he just kind of goes off in. I mean, obviously wish him the best. I mean, I can't imagine what he's going through right now. It's insane that saying what he's going through. Thinking it was COVID and everything and going in and finding out that it was a clogged artery or something in his heart. Man, that's scary stuff, man. He's a pretty healthy dude too. Like Colin's a healthy. I do like Colin though. He's been a Lamar supporter since day one. Yeah, I don't like Colin, but I definitely respect what he's done. I don't necessarily like him, but I do respect what he's built. St. Louis, Vegas, Colorado, San Jose. That's a pretty good front. Arizona. That's a pretty good West right there. Ravens. I think personally I'd put Arizona higher, but I definitely put Arizona and Minnesota higher, but that's just me. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess like I don't know. I saw on Pat McAfee's show they were talking about Skip and Colin about like just this brand that they've built up, and it really got me thinking. Like, like respecting what they've built up and respecting how trolly they are, but still not really liking them. Like whenever Rob Parker went on Undisputed, and they always called him the instigator because like he would always say whatever the opposite Skip Bayless said was. Like, nah, Skip, you're the instigator. I really respect what Skip and Shannon built. Yeah. Well, and I respect the hell out of Shannon. Shannon Sharp is by far my favorite sports debate show analyst, co-host, whatever you want to call it. Shannon is definitely my favorite guy there. Of all the like sports talk shows and sports debate shows, Shannon is definitely my favorite. Coming here 6 to go. Coming to 5 to go here. Joey Logano still out front. I don't respect MVP swearing in a kid-safe location. That's one reason I don't like the game. Yeah, that's fair. 5 to go here at the line. Joey Logano still leading it. Super genuine. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't really like the Kings either, or at least not the hockey Kings. I like the Sacramento Kings. That's because Halliburton went there. Oh, 5 left. Can Hamlin get 3 in a row? He's hanging back there in 9th. He doesn't have a whole lot of help. He's got his teammate Kyle Busch in 7th. He's got to work his way through quite a bit. It's gonna be really tough without a caution here for Denny Hamlin to win this race. I think if he gets a caution and they stack him up and they get another restart, I think he and Kyle Busch tandem about as well as anyone. But hey, he's come out of nowhere before. Oh, for sure. But they do call Kevin Harvick. Where'd he come from? So. 4 to go here. Coming to 3 to go. I'd be expecting a move here real quick. I would not expect Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon riding around here 5th and 6th to not make a move here coming shortly. 3 to go across the start-finish line. Still riding along the top. The East, Washington, Philly, New Jersey, Buffalo. True. I respect the hell out of Kevin Harvick. Coming to 2 to go here. Who's going to make the move? Joey Logano leads them out of 4, coming to the front stretch. 2 to go. Joey Logano still leading. Who's going to be the first one to pull out? Brad Keselowski backs way off of Kevin Harvick. That's going to set up a big run here coming out of turn 2. He backs all the way up to Michael McDowell and Chase Elliott. setting up a big run behind the front two. Oh, it's definitely Boston in last, buddy. I got you there. Setting up a big run here. Austin Dillon in fourth. Brad Keselowski gets a big shot. He ducks underneath Kevin Harvick, and Joey Logano goes with him. Penske teammates move to the bottom 1 and 2. Michael McDowell in a Ford goes with him. Austin Dillon looks topside above Kevin Harvick. He's got the top lane. Kevin Harvick is gonna fall all the way back. White flag, next flag ends the race. Not Boston. White flag, Kyle Busch looking to the bottom under Chase Elliott. But Kyle Larson forces his way up top, and Kyle Busch slips all the way back. Austin Dillon makes a move to the bottom under Michael McDowell. Austin Dillon moves his way to third. Brad Keselowski blocks him. Slides back up top in front of the forward of Michael McDowell. Chase Elliott now moves his way up to fourth. Brad Keselowski gets turned by Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell's going to win the race. Caution. Are they going to wave it? Yes, they do. Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell's going to win the race. Brad Keselowski gets turned by Joey Logano going into turn 3. And Michael McDowell, I think he got it. Brad Keselowski, major damage to the back end of his 2 car. And Joey Logano stuck in the grass, major damage to the front end. Both of them look all right. Furniture Row Racing, baby. Let's go. Michael McDowell. Michael McDowell. If this was old school, there would be a fight. Yeah, well, I mean, it was teammates, so maybe not. But, oh, man, Michael McDowell. Front Row Motorsports. Michael McDowell in the 34 loves Ford. Oh, my goodness. Brad Keselowski is out of his car. Massive damage to Kyle Busch as well. Brad, a massive hit back end into the outside wall. Love seeing the smaller teams win. It's confirmed he was ahead of the 3 when the yellow flew. True, I feel like he deserves it. Kyle Busch is out of his 18 M&M's Toyota. He looks a little bit weary. But Michael McDowell, I believe, is going to be your Daytona 500 winner in 2021. I believe he was ahead of Austin Dillon. Brad Keselowski got a massive shot from McDowell. Was he ahead of, it was Chase Elliott actually that got to him. When did the caution come out? Because in NASCAR, they go back to the latest scoring loop. Brad Keselowski got a massive run, big shove. And they've confirmed it on Fox from Mike Joy. Oh, man, that's a massive wreck. Austin Cindric is in it. Bubba Wallace, Cole Custer. Oh, man, a huge fireball at the outside wall there from the collision between Austin Cindric and Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Man, hope those guys are all right. Brad Keselowski got a massive shove from Michael McDowell going into turn 3, and he ducked it underneath Logano, who went to throw the block, and he ran out of real estate on the bottom of the racetrack. The 2 Penske teammates take each other out, and Michael McDowell from Front Row Motorsports is your 2021 Daytona 500 winner. Wow. What a finish. Hopefully everybody is okay. Very big lick for a lot of guys there in that outside retaining wall. Hopefully everybody's all right. Chase Elliott finishes second, Austin Dillon third, Kevin Harvick fourth. And Denny Hamlin fights his way back up to fifth, avoiding that massive wreck. Oh, man, just hoping everybody's all right there. Again, a massive crash in turn 3 and 4 as Michael McDowell shoved Brad Keselowski underneath Logano, who tried to throw the block, and it did not work. Michael McDowell, your 2021 Daytona 500 winner. What a finish in the Daytona 500. Man, I love seeing Michael McDowell have success. One of the there are 2 wrecks in NASCAR history that I cannot watch without like shuddering. One of them is the Ryan Newman Daytona 500 last year, and the other one, Michael McDowell in qualifying had a wreck at Texas when he drove the 00 car, and he had something break, and he slammed into the outside wall. Man, love to see Michael McDowell win it. So happy for him and that team. Teammate David Reagan taken out earlier in the race. Michael McDowell, and for those of you that are unfamiliar with NASCAR rules, Michael McDowell, as long as he finishes in the top 30 in points, he will be in the NASCAR playoffs. This win secures him a spot in the NASCAR playoffs. Unbelievable finish. So happy for the guy. First career win for Michael McDowell comes in the 54th running of the Daytona 500. Doing his interview here now. So happy for the guy. He is very obviously excited, and as he should be. Well done, Michael. Massive hit. Kyle Busch T-boned Brad Keselowski on the top of the racetrack in the middle of turns 3 and 4. And Kyle seemed a little bit slow getting out of his car. Hopefully he's all right. Now here with Chase Elliott, who finished second. Man, what a finish. Michael McDowell in the 34 Ford picking up his first career win for Front Row Motorsports in the Daytona 500. Chase saying that the top lane just seemed so fast that it didn't matter who pulled out to the bottom, that they were never going to get it done. Here, taking a look at the replay. Got a massive run going into 3. So, moment of caution here. At the moment of caution, it looks like actually Kyle Larson's going to come home 4th behind McDowell, Chase Elliott, and Austin Dillon, ahead of Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick. We'll have to check the official scoring. Keselowski, again, a massive wreck for him and Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, also Joey Logano, and a whole bunch of other cars riding towards the middle of that last pack. Bubba Wallace also involved. Obviously, hoping all those guys are good. I've always had a soft spot for the 34 car since it was Reagan or whoever, the Taco Bell car. Yeah, dude. Iconic Taco Bell 34 car. You never come, baby, when you say you will. Man, 34 and 36 cars with Reagan and Gilliland. Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Dude, you put the 34 and the 36 together at Talladega, unbeatable. That combo is undefeated at Talladega. Never lost. LeVar Ball, never lost. When you put Gilliland and Reagan together in the 34 and 36. Unbeatable. All right, well, that's pretty much going to do it for me tonight. It's 11:26, and my roommate has work in the morning, so I probably shouldn't have been yelling in the first place. But that's going to do it for me at the Daytona 500. If you guys enjoyed the stream for NASCAR stuff, be sure to let me know. Like and comment and subscribe, and click that bell icon to get notified whenever I go live. Who knows? Maybe next Sunday Daytona will be nicer to us as they run the road course. They run the road course next Sunday at Daytona. Maybe Mother Nature will be a little bit kinder to us next week, and we can fit the full race into one stream. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know. Like, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in and chatting with me for the third stage of the race. Congrats to Michael McDowell and Front Row Motorsports. And that's going to do it for me. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.